I know you've watched a ton of videos about how to set up your Upwork profile, but in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to create a virtual assistant Upwork profile, even as a beginner in 2025 from scratch. So you want to watch this video till the end. Hi, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello, my name is Jen. I'm a virtual assistant with over 10 years working experience, and I would like to invite you to join this growing community of virtual assistants, freelancers, and work from home enthusiasts. All you need to do to join is to click the subscribe button and you're part of this community. Once you're done, comment done and I'll send you a warm hug and a special gift just for you. In this era of make money online, work from home, it's not just about skills anymore. It's also about positioning, identifying the right places to position so that you are able to attract your target audience, whether business owners or clients that will pay you for your skills. And that is why Upwork should be one of your top platforms. Before we get into it, I would like to say this is a myth. This right here that everybody keeps talking about, that Upwork is saturated. That is a myth. That is not true. Upwork is not saturated. You can start your Upwork account today, and in less than 30 days, you can land your first client, and a well-paying client at that. So now that we've got that out of the way, before we get into the tutorial, I would like to talk to you about setting up a winning Upwork profile. On Upwork, your profile is the billboard of your freelance business. If it's messy, there is no way it can attract a client. So let's talk about how to set up a profile that makes a client stop and say, oh no, I need to work with this person. The first thing that can help you achieve a winning Upwork profile is your profile photo. You want to make sure that you're using a clear, friendly, and professional headshot. No selfies, no Snapchat filters, just bright lights and your confident smile. You want to make sure that you're smiling, because I always say that aside from skills, another thing that make a client want to work with you is if they feel an alignment with you. And one way they can do that is by either hearing you speak or actually just looking at you. Yeah, it actually works in psychology. So a clear and friendly photo with an amazing confident smile actually makes you look trustworthy. The next thing is your job title. This is not a place to be vague. An example is if you're a virtual assistant and you put just virtual assistant, it is not going to attract any clients, if not for any reason, for the fact that a lot of people on Upwork putting virtual assistant. So your best bet is to niche down as possible. Consider the skills that your client will be typing. Consider the tools that you use in your niche that your clients may most likely be typing when they are looking for a professional that has your skills. So, typical example, if you are an e-commerce virtual assistant, instead of just typing virtual assistant as your job title, you can go ahead to type e-commerce virtual assistant with Shopify experience. You see that if the clients were to type e-commerce when looking for a freelancer that has your skill, you will pop up. If the clients were to type Shopify, you will pop up. If the client were to type Etsy, if you have Etsy on your profile, you will pop up as well. So you want to ensure that you're including keywords, niche specific keywords that your client will most likely be typing when they are looking for a freelancer like you. That is one of the ways you are going to be winning. Again, remember, make it searchable, make it specific. The next thing that will help you have a winning profile on Upwork is your overview. So see this as your mini elevator pitch. So don't just talk about yourself, talk about how you help. You can use my 3WH structure. Who you help, what you do, why you're good at it, and how you get results. So a typical example is I help entrepreneurs stay organized by handling their inbox scheduling and daily admin so that they can focus on their business. So you want to use this framework to set up your overview on Upwork. Don't worry, when we are doing the tutorial, you get the full picture of what I'm talking about. The next thing is your skills and categories. This is also another part of your Upwork profile that makes you searchable and that make clients find your profile easily. First things first, ensure that you're picking skills that you actually have. And if there are skills you don't have, maybe you scroll on top freelancers in your niche to find the skills that they're able to do. What you want to do is make sure you learn those skills before a client actually sends you an invite or before you win any gig that requires that particular skill. I usually say this: there is nothing wrong with saying you have a particular skill, even if you don't have it right now. But you want to make sure that you learned that skill before a client needs it. Because if you claim that you have a skill and a client hire you for that skill and find out that you don't have the skill, that is scamming. But if you claim you have a skill and before the client hires you, you've already learned the skill, that is not a bad thing, if you get my point. For example, I could include video editing in my Upwork profile today, even if I don't necessarily have the skill right now. But my goal will be in the next 1 week, in the next 2 weeks, in the next 1 month, before I win any job that will require me to practice my video editing skills, I should have learned video editing. I hope that makes sense. Make sure you fill out your skills section accurately, because this is the parts that will help Upwork match you with a client. And some of the sections require up to 5 skills. Some other sections require up to 15. Again, when we are going through the tutorial, you'll see all of that. It will be easy. One thing I would advise is, once we are going over the tutorial, if you have not created an Upwork profile before, I would advise you actually be creating your Upwork profile on the go. It will make it easier for you. Now, the next thing that turns your Upwork profile into a winning profile is your rates. Yes. When you are starting, you want to make sure that you start competitively but not desperately. So look at the average freelancer in your industry, see what it is that they are charging, and go ahead to price whether that particular price or or you find a middle ground, or you find the lowest fee that you are comfortable charging. I usually say that whenever you want to call your fee, you should have something called a non-negotiable fee. So you can begin with a reasonable rate, and I promise you there is no rate that is necessarily too small, because the more you get your jobs, the more you build your profile, the more you get your experience, you can actually increase your rate. So never feel shy or feel bad for charging small, as low as $3 or $5 per hour. Your goal is to land your first 2 to 3 clients so that you can now comfortably raise your rates. Okay, now that we've talked about what makes your Upwork profile a winning profile, let's get into the tutorial right now. Alright, so we're going to be starting with a blank screen, just so that you are starting afresh with me, okay? So first things first is to go on your browser and type Upwork. Whether you're using a Chrome browser or a Safari browser, and mind you, you can also do this with your smartphone, so do not feel like it has to be your laptop or a desktop, but I'm currently using a desktop, of course. So once this comes up, you want to click on the first thing that shows up when you type on Upwork. So click this and it will take you to the landing page for Upwork, and then you go ahead to click get started. If you already have an Upwork profile, click on login. But if you do not have an Upwork profile and you're creating one from scratch right now, click on get started. So click on get started, allow it to open up, and then it asks you join as a client or a freelancer. So you want to make sure that you join as a freelancer. So I am a freelancer looking for work, and then you click on this, apply as a freelancer. Then it asks you to either sign up with Apple, so continue with your Apple ID. If you are using an iPhone and you have an Apple ID, you can click on it and it just automatically logs you in. Or another thing it will require you to do is to continue with Google. So this means that it will use all of the details that you have in your Gmail or your Google profile to open your account. Or better still, you can just click on sign up with email. So let's click on sign up with email. I would usually recommend either you sign up with email or you continue with Google. The reason is because when you continue with Google, even if you eventually forget your password, as long as you have your Gmail and your laptop or phone, whatever device you're going to be using to log into your Upwork, as long as you have it, you have your Gmail on it, it will automatically open without you remembering your password. So, but right now, let's sign up with email. Click on it, and then it gives you different options. So first name, last name, and all that. Let's say this is a sample profile because I already have an Upwork account. This is just for tutorial purpose. But let's say my name is John Doe, right? So first name John, second name Doe, and then work email. I will go ahead to put my work email. So the email I'm using currently is hello.jeffdigital@gmail.com. Then go ahead to include whatever password it is that you want to use. For the sake of this, I'm going to use 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, and then ask you for your country. Please do not be afraid to use Nigeria as your country. One of the myths I usually hear people say is that clients do not hire freelancers from Nigeria. That is not true. I'm Nigerian and I work on Upwork. I've never had a client tell me that they're not going to hire me because I'm Nigerian. So please, that is not true at all. So feel free to use Nigeria if you are Nigerian living in Nigeria. But if you're not Nigerian, if you're not living in Nigeria, use the actual country you're in. Nobody is not going to hire you if you are African, if you are Nigerian, if you are South African, whatever. So you can go ahead to use Nigeria. Then you tick all of these boxes, send me helpful emails. Then yes, I understand Upwork terms of service. This is very, very important. Once you click on all of that, it will say create my account. Okay, so it says this email is already in use. That means I already have an account that I use this email for. So I'm going to go ahead to use another email that I am sure that I do not have an account with. So please enter a valid email address, and also password should be at least 8 characters with a symbol. So not info dot, I see my mistake. So info@evbootcamp.com. Then the password, let me make the password 8 with other characters as well. So now it is 8 characters and more. So create my account. It is loading. If you have good internet, it will load faster. If you have not so good internet, it will be slower. So wait for it to create my account. Good. So it says verify your email to continue. We just sent an email to the email address. Please check your email and select the link provided to verify your address. This is the email. I'll go ahead to verify my Upwork account. Okay, so it says congratulations, your account is verified. Redirecting. So it's redirecting me to go and set up my account. So great. Next it says, hey John, ready for your next big opportunity. Remember that my name here is John. That is why it's saying John. So hey John, ready for your next big opportunity. Then it tells you to answer a few questions and start building your profile. So it's just basically giving you different things that you're going to be doing. Answer a few questions, apply for open roles or list services for clients to buy, get paid safely, and know we are here to help. So click on get started. And then it comes here. It has like a 3-step process. You can skip it, but I would advise as a new freelancer, do not skip it. Make sure you fill in everything that it asks you to fill. That is how you are going to complete your profile, and also how it's going to be informing the system to bring certain things your way. A few quick questions. First, have you freelanced before? This lets us know how much help to give you along the way. We won't share your answer with anyone else, including potential clients. So this is basically for your own good, and also for the emails that they are going to be sending you. So you can say I'm brand new to this. If you are completely new to Upwork or new to freelancing, you can say I have some experience or I'm an expert. Basically, I would use I am brand new to this. So brand new to this, click on next. Make sure you don't click skip for now. Answer everything before you go. So next it says, got it, what's your biggest goal for freelancing? Different people come to Upwork for various reasons. We want to highlight the opportunities that fit your goals best while still showing you all the possibilities. So to earn my main income, to make money on the side, to get experience for a full-time job, and also I don't have a goal in mind yet. So I would use to earn my main income, because I want it to give me all of the information I need that will really, really help me progress on Upwork. So to earn my main income. The next, and it says, how would you like to work? Do you want to find opportunities yourself, or do you want to package up work for clients to buy? I'll suggest you start with this. Find opportunities. What this entails is clients post jobs on the talent marketplace. You can browse and bid for them or get invited for clients. This is nice. Then it also says here, I'm open to contract to hire opportunities. This is very, very good. It helps you start a contract job and then eventually transition into full-time. So click on this, and then next, create a profile. Yeah, all of this is important. That is why it is going to be advisable for you to take your time. Take your time when you're doing this. Take your time. Do not rush into it. Take your time. Even if it means you using 3 days, 1 week even, to complete your profile, please take your time and do it. So now create your profile. It's going to be taking us 10 steps to create our profile. How would you like to tell us about yourself? We need to get a sense of your education, experience, and skills. It's quickest to import your information. You can edit it before your profile goes live. So 3 things. It says import from LinkedIn, upload your resume, or fill out manually. If you want to fill out manually, it takes 15 minutes. So if you already have an optimized LinkedIn, you can do that. If you also already have an optimized resume, you can upload that. If you do not, then let's fill out manually. It's going to take 15 minutes, but yeah, let's get right into it. So now I say, great, so what kind of work are you here to do? Don't worry, you can change these choices later. Yes, this is so important. You can actually change your choices later, so feel free to mention as much as you want to mention. When you're done creating your account and you feel like you want to change, you can go ahead to change. So since this tutorial is specific to virtual assistants, I'm going to be filling for virtual assistants. So all of the categories that it has listed here is it. We're just going to pick. So it says now select 1 to 3 specialties. So I will select admin support. And then under admin support, it's bringing different things, data entry and transcription, virtual assistance, project management, market research, and product reviews. So depending on your niche as a virtual assistant, you can fill it. I'll click virtual assistance. Then I will go ahead to click maybe data entry. Then if, let's say, I have a little bit of project management services, if I have a little bit of project management skills as a result of being a virtual assistant, you can include it, or better still, you can also include market research and product reviews, whichever one you want to. So you have to pick only 3, so make sure you're picking your best 3. If not, you're not going to be able to pick anything extra. So this, then next, add your skills. Now it gets to the next part that says nearly there, what work are you here to do? So another thing I always emphasize with my clients is it is so important to read your instructions. That is why I'm reading them here. It is so important. Please ensure that you are reading your instructions, because a lot of the things you think you don't know how to do, if you simply read the instructions, I promise you'll be so surprised you know how to do them, because everything is just here. Everything is here. So now your skills show clients what you can offer and help us choose which jobs to recommend to you. Add or remove the ones we've suggested, or start typing to pick more. It's up to you. This is one thing I love about Upwork, is the fact that it will suggest for you. That is why it's also important to give it as much information as possible as you're starting, because is going to help the algorithm to suggest different things for you, and then you realize that you end up not really doing so much, because all the suggestions will be coming and the suggestions will be exactly what you need. So now your skills, suggested skills, virtual assistants, you can pick that. So it says max 15 skills. Remember from my start, I said there are some that require 5 skills, some require 15 skills. So yeah, general transcription, data entry, project management. Then start think of the different skills that you have. Let's say as a virtual assistant in different niches, if I have products, if I have e-commerce, I can go ahead to put e-commerce here. If I have Etsy, so the goal is to keep including things that you can remember that has to do with your niche, your skills, your services, and just keep loading it up there. Remember, I mentioned that your skills section is going to help with clients finding you when they search for you, so you want to include as much as possible. So I see Etsy listing, I see manage Etsy site, I see set up Etsy site. This is if you are doing e-commerce, or if you have all of this niches, if you have all of this knowledge. So this now let's also include travel planning. Okay, it doesn't have okay, let's include travel instead, since there's nothing like travel planning. And think of all of the skills that you have. Think of it: executive assistant, if it has executive, so it says executive coaching. So if you do executive, if you work with coaches as an executive assistant, you can include that. But if you scroll down, you see different things. There's executive support, so include the executive support. If you do IT support, you can include IT support. Just scroll down, you see so many things. One thing that can help is if you type the first word or the actual keyword, other things will show. So let's type calendar. So you see different things. There's Google Calendar API, content calendar, editorial calendar, whatever it is that you're looking for. But we are doing calendar management. So calendar management. Let's go back to that Google Calendar that I saw, because another thing that helps with your niche is also the tools that you include. So Google Calendar. So as you think about them, keep adding, but I'm just going to move forward for the fact that this is a tutorial, but I am sure that you get my points. So next, your profile title. Perfect. So this was what I was talking about, where I said if you want to write your profile title, it has to be searchable. Do not write something that is general, majorly because a lot of people are on Upwork, a lot of people are using the same profile title. So you want to stand out. You want for clients to be able to send you invites, or clients to be able to reach out to you. The best way to actually land a job on Upwork is if clients send you invites, because when you get a client invite, it means that you are 50% qualified, right? But if you apply, it means that you have almost zero chances, because so many people are applying. So how would they see your application before they see the next person? So this is really important. If we are focusing on administrative virtual assistants, now we can include administrative virtual assistant. Then go ahead to think of other things that administrative virtual assistants do. So you can put Google Calendar, Calendly, Zoom. You can also go ahead and include maybe task operations or operations as assistant. Max is 70 characters. Your title requires 70 characters or less. So this is actually good. Administrative virtual assistant, Google Calendar, Calendly, Zoom. So this means that if a client is searching for administrative virtual assistant, you show up. If a client is searching for Google Calendar, you show up. If a client is searching for Calendly, you show up. If a client is searching for anything Zoom related, you will show up. So this works. Or you can go ahead to also use what I mentioned about being an e-commerce virtual assistant. Again, it depends on the niche that you are in. So include keywords in your niche. And keywords can also translate to the actual results that you give them, or the tool that you use to give them that result. I hope that makes sense. So next, add your experience. You can go ahead to start adding experience. This is how you add experience like in your resume, right? So it says if you have relevant work experience, add it here. Freelancers who add their experience are twice as likely to win work. But if you are just starting out, you can still create a great profile. Just head to next page. So if you've worked before, you can add your experience. Even if you have not done administrative related work, you can still add your experience, right? Just so that they see your experience. And remember, I said that you can do mock experiences. You can also create your portfolio without any experience. Just check the video I created about how to create your portfolio without an experience, and you would see. But let's just think of experiences right now that we can add, just so that you see how that is meant to look like. So click on add experiences. So title, let's say administrative assistant. So administrative assistant. The company, let's say I worked with Equipped VA Bootcamp. So location, yes, Nigeria or Lagos. Country, Nigeria. Then start date. When did I start? Let's say I started January in 2023. Then if it has ended, you can put the end date. If it has not ended, you can just leave it. Let's say it has not ended for me, but handled administrative task for the company, including managing students, contact details, course curriculums, and also ensuring student database was up to date, and this led to 70% productivity for the last 7 cohorts. So see that it's not just saying what I did, it's also saying the results that I did. So you can also include the tools that you use. So I used Google Sheets to manage database, Zoom to set up free webinars, and Try Interact for student quizzes. This led to assimilation of all that was taught, and students graduated successfully. So this is not 100% perfect because, of course, I'm just giving you an idea of what this is supposed to look like. So just use it to come up with your own. So let's click, since I'm still currently working here, let's click on I'm currently working here. So it will take out this end date. Then click on save. And then next add your education. So if you still have, let's say you are filling this because you have work experience. If you have more work experiences, click on this plus sign here. But if you don't have more experiences, just click on next, add your education. So this gives me to add my education, University, Kogi State University, degrees. Let's say I did Bachelor of Accountancy, whichever one. Then field of study, let's say accounting. Just include exactly what it is that you studied. So it says no result. Just include what exactly it is for you, right? Days attended, let's say from 2014 to 2016. Then description, describe your studies, awards, etc. So just say Bachelor of Accounting, and eventually did my ICANN to become a chartered accountant. Remember that this is not real. I'm just making things up, but I'm doing that because I'm trying to show you how that is supposed to look like. So when you are doing yours, make sure that you're filling the correct things, right? Make sure you're filling the correct things. So save. Now next, add languages. What are the languages you have? Make sure that you're adding correct languages. So proficiency in English, I'm fluent. Then if you have other languages, click on add languages, but I only know how to speak English. So next, write an overview. So great, this is the overview I was telling you about, where I told you how to use my 3HW formula. So I already explained how that is supposed to look like. Go ahead and fill all of these things, all of it in here. Yeah, that is your assignment. Go ahead and fill all of it here. So I'll say I help clients handle their calendar. So it says too short, and effective overview needs to be at least 100 characters. So you need to make sure that it is up to 100 characters. So I help clients handle their calendar and also their emails so that they are more productive to handle not just their day-to-day business, but their overall business, so they can handle their goals. This so that they can meet their goals, rather, so they can meet their goals. So this is not a video specifically dedicated to optimizing your Upwork profile or creating this is not a video specifically for this is not a video specifically for optimizing your Upwork profile or writing a great bio or whatever. This is to create your Upwork profile. So if you want a video that will show you exactly how to optimize your profile, you can comment below Upwork optimization, or better still, you can check my live section on YouTube. You'd see there's a video I did, there's a free webinar I did where I talked about how to optimize your Upwork profile in 90 days so that you can land a job. But then again, I can create another video anyways, and I'm going to be using this particular profile that we are creating to actually optimize to create the optimization video. So yeah, next, set your rates. Remember I said that you should not be too shy to charge a low rate. Just make sure that the rate is non-negotiable. So I'm going to be starting with say $3 per hour. The goal is for me to get started so that I can verify my profile, get reviews, and then I can start charging exactly what I want to charge. So service fee, Upwork takes minus I think zero, is it? I think no. Upwork takes 10%. Yes, Upwork takes 10% of your earnings per hour. So if you're doing $3, they're going to be taking 0.30, and then you're going to be left with $2.7, and not a problem really, because you are just getting started, right? So next, add your photo and location. Then you can go ahead, add your photo. I'm going to pick just any photo I find. It may not be like an actual photo, but I will go ahead to just pick something. Yeah. No, I don't think I do not remember. No, it's not going to pick. So it means to make sure you're picking a photo of yourself. I can't remember how I saved any of my profile right now. Okay, good. Let's use this. So this is the perfect picture to use because it's a headshot, just like I explained in the beginning of the video. So I'm going to use this attached photo. It will load up. And then date of birth. So go ahead, add what your date of birth is. I'm just going to pick a random one. So January 2005 or let's say January 2000, whichever one you want to pick. Then street address, write your, so it says date is required. It didn't pick what I had mentioned. So January, apply. Let's say 20, whatever. Then you need to include your address, right? So let's say Etiosa, Lagos. So I'm in Lagos. So you can put your street address, or you can just really put a random address. So apartment stroke suite is optional, so you don't need to include that. Then city is Lagos City. Then state, okay, state stroke province is Lagos LA. So postal code, think of what your postal code is. I'm not sure if this is our postal code, but yeah. Then you enter your phone number. This is important. One thing to note is everywhere you see this asterisk, it means that it's important. So just put a random phone number. So I'm just going to put a random phone number, and yeah. So now it says review your profile. Great. You see, this looks good, really. John Doe, my profile picture, administrative, my title, this looks good for real. Then my hourly rate, and then it comes ahead to say skills, all of my skills. See, my skills are listed, then work history, then education. And once you are done, you submit your profile. When you submit your profile, it could take 24 hours or less for Upwork to approve your profile, and then you can officially get started. So this is how you create your Upwork profile as a virtual assistant in any of the niches. Like I mentioned, if you'd like for me to create a detailed tutorial on how to optimize your Upwork profile, then comment Upwork optimization in the comment section, and I'll create a video of that for you. I'm really looking forward to seeing that you create your own Upwork profile. So if you've not created an Upwork profile before, let me know in the comment section if you're going to be creating your Upwork profile, and I would like to see your Upwork profile. So once you do that, you can send me an email on info@evabootcamp.com. to see your profile. So remember, create your profile, then click on submit. The reason I'm not submitting is because this profile is like a dummy profile, but I would eventually submit. I feel like if I submit right now, I will not be accepted, majorly because I use the male name here and then my picture is female. But anyways, let's see if I'm going to get some let's see if I'm going to get approved or not. But the goal is, if I'm going to be creating the detailed Upwork optimization video, I'm going to be using this profile. So yeah, we started this profile together. We're going to continue the profile together. This is not my main profile. This is a tutorial profile. So yeah, I'm going to click submit right now. So submit profile, and I will let you know if they approve or not. So it says your profile is ready. Now you need Connect to bid on jobs. Connect are virtual tokens you'll use to pursue jobs and start earning. I'm going to create a separate video for Connect, but yeah, this is everything. Yay, I hope you had a good time watching this tutorial. If you got till the end, comment the end, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section and I'm going to be answering your questions. If you have any video in mind that you like for me to create for you, then also suggest it in the comment section, and make sure that you share this video to all of the virtual assistants you know, or all of the freelancers that you know that are looking forward to getting into Upwork. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.